In today's video, I'm going to share with you how to have steady progress as you train this season. So of course, as we are training, we're throwing and lifting. Our goal is to throw farther, to throw as far as we can when it's most important to us. And in order to do that, we have to approach training systematically. So when you're looking at these 5 phases, you can really break them down. Like what defines hypertrophy from general preparation? What defines strength from hypertrophy? And it's going to be what exercises you're doing, and then how much volume, the number of reps and sets that you're doing. There are a few exercises that are going to stay staple all the way through. So I'm going to call those bench press and squat. You're going to do some version of bench and some version of squatting, and I'll even say some version of deadlift all the way through. Because those are your staple exercises. If you're doing bench, squat, and deadlift, then you can be strong. And so when it comes to general preparation, it's as easy as 3 sets of 8 reps. This should not be long, hard. You should leave your workout wanting to do more. And I'm serious. You want to leave some in the tank. Now, talking about weightlifting here, another reason I say that is because we are throwers. We're discus throwers. We're shot putters. If we expend all of our energy in the strength training, we won't have any left for throwing. And we're throwers first. We lift so that we can throw farther. So keep that in mind. That's how we want general preparation to be. And 3 by 8 would be a good set. Now, when it comes to hypertrophy, again, you're going to do similar type exercises. You'll have your bench, your squat, and some form of deadlift. But when it comes to the reps and sets, it's going to be more like 4 sets of 12 to 15, right? So the more reps you do, the more muscle mass you can build, right? So this right here, 12 to 15 reps, we think about doing curls and you're doing 15, or doing bench press, doing 15 reps, and you're going to feel the pump. You're going to feel the pump doing that. And that's very specific to this hypertrophy thing, which is fun. It's an important part. Helps you grow and build some muscle. When it comes to our strength phase, we're going to drop these reps. The strength phase is going to be more similar to the preparation phase in rep size. But you probably have 4 to 5 sets. 4 to 5 sets of 4 to 6 reps. We're doing more sets at less reps. When it comes to like how much weight we're going to do, this is going to be pretty easy. You're just getting yourself in shape. Hypertrophy, since you're doing 12 to 15 reps, you can't do as much weight, right? Because you're going to be pumping it out. When you get to the strength phase, the point of strength here is hypertrophy was let's get big. Strength is let's get strong. So we're gonna shake off some of those reps. We're gonna have lower reps and a lot heavier weight. If you just jumped right in and did heavy weight, how you're gonna feel? But what if you waited 3 to 4 months to really hit it hard? By the time you're here, you can put on a ton of weight and do it 4 hard reps, or 5 hard reps, or 6 hard reps. This is going to be very productive compared to day 1 if you just tried to do a 6 rep max. It's not going to be nearly as effective as it would be here. So you can see we're building our muscles already. And I would say in general preparation, hypertrophy, and strength are going to have very similar exercises, right? Some version of bench, some version of squat, some version of deadlift. When we get to the power, so what's different from strength and power? I would say power, you go a little bit less reps. So you maybe have 5 to 6 sets, 2 to 4 reps. So here in the power, we're adding sets and we're again reducing the reps again. The lower the reps, the more weight we can do. We are looking for hardcore stuff. This is also the time of year This is the time of the season when you're going to be adding in plyos, focusing more on Olympic lifts. And in this is less focused on conditioning. Like this would be like general conditioning. You're moving yourself to very sport specific training. Again, plyometrics, Olympic lifts, a lot of throwing, and then a lot less reps. You're gonna do more sets, less reps, because you're gonna do more weight. This would be the time of year when you're gonna, if you wanted to hit a max out, you could do that. And then let's go on to this last one. I just called it competition. Now I'm gonna say that lightly. You can compete. You'd be ready to compete anywhere between here and here. I have thrown my personal PR was set during this phase. Now it is a little bit different. Some people's bodies respond, like when it comes to throwing, respond better in this phase. Some respond better in this phase. Some respond better when you lessen the volume even more. That's something that's different for each person, and you'll figure it out as you train. Let's just, for example, you go through a season and you do this training and you work really hard, you're gonna know by the end of this year where you kind of felt your best in the ring. And you can use that information as you plan your training in the future. But if we're gonna go this route, what's the difference between competition? Competition is gonna have the same plyos and Olympic lifts. You're still gonna do some versions of bench, squat, and deadlift. The difference is your volume is going to change. In this competition phase, you're not actively trying to set a PR, right? You set your PRs in the weight room here. Now you're going to use that strength and try to throw far here. And so you may have 3 to 4 sets of 3 to 6 reps, and where you're focusing on speed and quickness, lots of throwing, and less time in the weight room. For me, in my training this year, each one of these is 2 months long, right? So I would call each one of these a phase, and in each phase, there's 2 cycles. So each month is a cycle. So cycle 1 and 2 are prep, cycle 3 and 4 is hypertrophy, cycle 5 and 6 is strength, and so on. And every cycle, you want to change something up, but within the parameters of the phase. So for me, example, I'm on week 3 of cycle 1, and I'm just doing 3 sets of 8 on everything. After this month is over, going into next month, I'm going to change up my exercises, but keep the reps the same. And it's still going to be some version of squat, some version of bench, some version of deadlift, but I'm mixing it up, and that mix-up is good for the body, and it helps us improve. Then when I move into my next phase, I'm going to move my reps to something like this and still have some version of bench squat. So there's always variety in the exercises you do, and you can see the variety of the weightlifting we do. That keeps our body fresh, keeps our mind fresh. It helps us be excited to go to the weight room, and then we can kick butt. If you want to see the specifics of my training plan, of what I'm doing for this year, and what I have laid out, and what I'm doing specifically for general preparation, head over to my Patreon, and you can see that for my paid Patreon members. I'd appreciate it if you go check that out, and I will see you in the next video.